Hello, my beautiful queens and kings. You have to remember, or if you don't realize yet, you're going to, because I'm only speaking to the people that have the same vibration, that are on the same timeline as me. So you may be on a journey where you don't understand your own power yet, but trust me, you will very soon. And I say that because we can get frustrated on this journey because Earth is one of the hardest places to come to. Spirit wants us to see who we truly are. So when we go out there and we find our masses, we find our collective, the people that we're supposed to lead, that we are going to speak life into, before we can do that, we need to know who we are. We need to know the power that we have within us, and not like in an egotistical way, like I'm so powerful, like I got this and I got, like, no, truly how powerful you are, because you don't understand yet, or maybe you do, how powerful you are in the spiritual realm. Now, you could be the highest ranking spiritual, I don't want to say person because you're not like a person in the spiritual realm, but this soul, you could be this very high ranking, powerful soul. But when you come to earth, for all you know, you could be some homeless beggar on the side of the street. That don't mean anything. But on the exterior, you feel like, it kind of takes a toll on you because you're seeing all of these negative things in your reality, but it doesn't truly match how you feel on the inside. So you have to go, Spirit is going to take you through this journey. And trust me, I know there's going to be times you're going to be mad and you're going to be like, what the hell are y'all doing? Like, I've overcome so much. I've been through so much, and y'all still doing me like this. It's because they want the best for you. Nothing that they do is to keep you down. It may bring you down for a moment, but it's only and so you can wake up and you can have that awareness and realize, like, wow, I am truly powerful. If I could be so powerful on the spiritual side, my soul could be so powerful. Well, why can't I have that here? And you can, and you will. I'm telling you right now, speaking this over your life, I know it for a fact. You will have everything you want in your external reality, and things that are outside of you. If it's what you want, you're going to be able to manifest it. When people are talking about, like, oh, well, if you manifest this, all you have to do is meditate and, take this course or listen to these affirmations. None of that stuff works for you, because you are above that, and not, again, not in an egotistical way. You are just very spiritually ranked. So certain things just don't work for you because it's not a vibrational match. You're supposed to go through something else because you're a leader. You have outranked those things. Like, it used to be so frustrating to me when it's like, oh, say these affirmations for 30 days, or buy this course, or go do this. And it's just like, you have this spiritual gift of just feeling, just knowing that you're more than that, and yet you're trying all these other things, and you're like, well, how in the hell is this not working for me? Like, why is it that all of this shit around me, my exterior reality, is not reflecting back how I truly feel? It's because spirit wants you, excuse me, spirit wants you to truly understand how powerful you are, even in this physical human vessel, because we're souls having a temporary human experience. So again, you're going to be frustrated, and then sometimes it might be like you just kind of accept it, and then you go back to being frustrated again, and then you kind of accept it, and then you're going back and forth. This is ebb and flow, and then you're getting frustrated because of the ebb and flow. But then just hold on, and you're so powerful. You can technically, like, give up for a while. You can't just be like, fuck it, like, but because you are so highly spiritually ranked, it's more so, even if in this, and I hope this is making sense, because it's really, sometimes it can be really hard to convey things in this human language when, for me personally, it's like it's nothing that you can even see or say. You just feel it. You just feel these things. So I was saying, like, you can technically give up, in this human essence, but because you're so spiritually highly ranked, it's more like you're just surrendering. And then you may come back to pick up the baton and be like, all right, like, I can't let that go. I'm gonna come back into it. It's frustrating, it's getting on my nerves, but all right, I can't let it go. I need to see where this is gonna take me. And the reason why, again, you go through that and why it's so frustrating is because you incarnated here in this very time for a certain purpose. You came here to help your collective because we all have different personalities. We all like certain different things. So we can all be light workers and earth angels and the chosen ones and, stuff of that nature. But in this human form, we're all different. We have different backgrounds. We have different tastes and personalities. So therefore, we're going to have a certain type of collective. Certain people are going to resonate with that and attract to that. So once you finally get to a point to where your power can no longer be tested, you know who you are through and through, then that's when your collective's going to start coming through one by one. And you're going to be like, damn, like, you're going to be looking around like, dang, they all want me because I have something powerful to show them, to guide them, to let them see that what they see in me is in them as well. So I was just creating this message because I'm in the same place. It's just like when I finally had this like aha moment, like when I realized how powerful I am. And I don't want to name names, but I had a dream early this morning where two very highly earthly, highly ranked, very influential, very wealthy people came and for some way somehow came living with me in this hotel room. And even then I was just like, I'm not going to people please in order to get something out of you because you could easily change my situation because the external is not what I want. But my soul, my essence was just like, that is just earthly. That's the earthly influence. That's, you're famous, you're a celebrity, you have all of this money and all of this fame. That's great. But there's so many things that so many billionaires, they can buy certain things, they can have certain material items, but there's something that you have that they don't and they want it. And you can take them along that journey if they want to, if they're ready to surrender, and if they really want to go through, the whole process of healing, because it's not easy, then they could do that. But the point of me saying this in that dream, because it wasn't, I didn't get to like completely have like the dream because I ended up waking up, but then I was just daydreaming, I guess, and dwelling on it like, no, like this is, you're not going to give your power away just to have something back. And that is so powerful. That is something that I would never give up. So many people sell their souls to have a certain level of celebrity, to have the mansion and the cars and the fame, to have all of these people look up to them. And it's just like, it's just so crazy because it's like, if you were to ask those people, why do you look up to them? Oh, because they got this, and that. It's like, okay, well, what about like the person that they are? Well, they cool, yeah. Like they be making some cool ass raps, and it's just like, okay, I could technically, I'm not a rapper, but I could technically go do that if I really wanted to. Like they're missing something, and so that just made me realize, like, wow, like you wouldn't give that, you would like, that's something that is so unbelievably precious to us that we would not do anything. We would go through anything to keep our power, to keep our souls. Like, can't nobody take our souls and go through some sacrificial ritual and be at whatever, the things that they do for nothing. Because you know how truly powerful you are. So when you get to that point, eventually you're going to have that aha moment as well. Like, wow, you're going to realize how powerful you are. And then you can start working on your creative spiritual work and start putting yourself out there. And until you see that point, keep putting your work out there, your spiritual work. If you're creating, content creator, anything you're doing, keep putting it out there, because when you're on that journey, before you get to having that aha moment, that true awakening of who you truly are, you're going to be putting your work out there, and you're going to be able to refine it and to better it and to master it. So when you have that aha moment, it's like you've already mastered everything you needed to in this earthly realm. You've done it. So then you can truly speak your power and truly speak your truth and truly speak to your collective, so you can have that impact that you're supposed to have. You can live out that mission that you incarnated here to do. That's when your spirit guides are going to be like, hell yeah. Okay, maybe they might not talk like that, but they're going to be like, oh wow, they're doing it. This is what they went there for. They went to earth to be able to do this, and they had to go through hell and high water to be able to do it. And there they are. And you're going to feel so amazing. So I'm just making this video to just encourage you, like, don't give up. Or like I said, you might give up, but don't give up forever. Like, I took some time to myself. I didn't put out videos for almost like a week, and I was like, I'm gonna get back to it. I'll get back to it. But I my earthly self will be like, one day could turn into the next, and turn into the next, and turn into the next. And something inside of me was just like, don't let that go. You've worked too hard to get to where you are, to the point to where you can just hit record and go. That took time to get there, because I was so scared. I was like, what about my background? What about how I look? What about this? What about that? What about this? Am I going to be making sense? Oh, none of that matters. When you're finally just speaking your truth, and you're speaking your power, of the other people that you want to reach are not going to care. I don't care if I'm watching video. I'm not looking at videos and like, what's your background look like? What you got over there? How you did your hair today? Like, I don't care. I care about what you're speaking about. I care about your heart. I care about how you make me feel energetically. So that's going to be the same for my collective. That's going to be the same for you and your collective. So don't let these earthly things keep you behind. And it had almost been a full week before I had put out another video, and my son was just like, Mom, aren't you going to make a video? Do you need us to be quiet so you can make a video? And I was just like, yeah. I hadn't even thought about making a video that day, but it was just like, okay, this is something, kind of like, it's not small to me, but it's kind of small when you're looking at, in the grand scheme of things, how you really picture yourself and how I truly feel the influence that I'm going to have. But when he said that, it's just like, see, you're setting an example. They're able to see your truth. They're able to see your passion. That's that's not something that's not something simple. That's not like, it's like, oh, that's not really that big of a deal. Like, that's where it begins. And that is so powerful. Like, you could technically say, like, if I never reached that point, like, I would just be happy with that. But it's like, nah, I kind of want to do, I want to reach that point as well. But I hate to be dramatic, but let's just say I die tomorrow. I know that I've left a mark on them. And I've made so many videos that I can actually leave a mark on the world as well. So don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't think that, like maybe this is just some type of fantasy. Like, no, you have that dream for a reason because you're able to make it a reality. So keep pushing forward. And until next time, I love you and the universe loves you.